Hello, beautiful souls. I will be quick. I got GTA 5 for you. The game. Famous game. I play in part 1. I loved part 2. But I never check this 5. So I got clip from this game. And I also put radio advertisement and radio news. And you'll be so mind blown because you will find that those messages from this game are more accurate than real one in TV. So better watch till end because it's very important to wake up. And I recommend you also to watch my last 3 videos, especially this about Hawaii event and this, because this is on one episode and we have also vitamins for health. This is important because we have this suitcase, the same suitcase here, Notre Dame, and this is correlated to amazing decoding from Exalted Lamp 1. He doing iPad Goat, and I'm glad because I know how deep it is and I don't like it. But the coding that the spirit through him shows, amazing. Love you, brother. Amazing work. Thank you. Okay, let's go.
Weasel News.
Could an asteroid hit Earth next week?
Apocalypse News.
Scientists say the asteroid known as QC7 will be dangerously close to Earth next week. If a collision occurs, the 1.5-mile wide space rock would cause catastrophic damage and most certainly wipe out our species. Space rocks have tried to annihilate mankind before. 50,000 years ago, an asteroid wiped out the dinosaurs after a man foolishly listened to his woman and ate a piece of forbidden fruit. Scientists warn the asteroid will pass 20 million miles from Earth, which they say is really, really close.
This was Weasel News.
When the grid goes down, America will be plunged into decades of darkness. Are you ready? Get your complete apocalypse kit at Ammunition. Contains foodstuffs and alcohol for 3 months. A massive array of armaments. Cartons of cigarettes to trade with roadside wanderers. Plus, the apocalypse kit contains birth control, so you don't create any more mouths to feed. Pornography. And a wind-up radio so you can hear news reports about the idiots who didn't prepare. It also includes a seed kit. When there's rampant cannibalism going on, what you want to do is take up gardening. Perhaps you can barter for your life with a carrot. You'll learn how to make a tourniquet, cauterize a stump if you have to saw off your arm or leg, making booby traps, bushcraft, and how to determine if your significant other has been replaced by a body double. We all know Y2K was a bust, but trust us, this one is real. We can pretty much guarantee a real apocalypse will happen soon. Order the Ammunition Apocalypse Kit today. It's an investment in the inevitable. You won't regret Ammunition, protecting your rights. The apocalypse is coming. Will it be aliens, zombies, or a global financial meltdown and a massive tsunami that takes us back to the Stone Age? Whatever it is, you need to be prepared so that when the nation rebuilds, this time you're at the top of the heap. At Ammunition, we're your one-stop shop for the apocalypse and global Armageddon. Announcing the Ammunition Recession Special. Full post-apocalypse kit with machine gun nest, water purifier so you can drink your own urine, and cyanide pills so you can go out like a man, frothing at the mouth and spasming on the floor before the Soviets or undead get you. Pick up a Predator drone so you can rain down hell on unsuspecting but inappropriate neighbors from the comfort of your couch. Whether it's aliens trying to colonize Earth, zombies trying to feast on brains, monkeys spreading the plague, or children begging for a sip of water from your carefully hoarded supplies, they've all got to be suppressed, which is why our bulk buy discount is proving so popular on shelves. as well as bullets. When a million zombies come running over the hill, you'll be really pissed you didn't buy enough bullets. When the apocalypse gets here, don't dial 911, dial 357. Ammunition, protecting your rights.
Markets are reacting to that and other news. Buy my book.
In stock market news, Fruit's share price is on the rise following the murder and possible anti-capitalist assassination of Facade's head of product development, Jackson Skinner. The company promised to keep making their word processing software less useful with each iteration.
I'm Carl Kelly with this money report. Trading was heavy today as indices and reports indicated a bumpy ride for people hell-bent on gambling on the future of American businesses who pay little taxes, take massive exemptions, and get bailouts when things get tough. Thankfully, we report on celebrity meltdowns to keep you distracted from the financial catastrophe happening all around us. How can you make $1 million in less than a year in the stock market? By buying my book, Mounting Bulls and Riding Bears by Carl Kelly.
Weasel News, confirming your prejudices. Liberals are morons.
Many politicians have criticized the bailout program that rescued the banks and automakers, and now the car company Bravado is asking taxpayers to double down on a second bailout. They recently spent $23 billion of taxpayer money on a green car initiative that ran on consumer batteries. However, people who tested the car complained of the time-consuming task of buying and installing over 8,000 AAA batteries before each journey.
This was Weasel News.
The stock market plunges deep into painful territory, and illegal immigrants begin to wonder if America is a third world country. The Bossack headed into negative territory again, expressing volatility as traders reacted to data released that consumer confidence was down and that people were worried that buying all this bullshit wasn't going to make them happy after all. In related news, Border Patrol agents say that illegal immigrants are returning south in droves. The dream is dead, they say.
Weasel News, confirming your prejudices.
Experts also warn that a glut of new art galleries opening up are mostly full of crap, overpriced art that for some reason people are buying.
Weasel News, confirming your prejudices.
Everyone deserves part of the American dream. But how do you get your part of the pie? We're the Economic Recovery Group. We'll show you how to get what you deserve as an American by claiming disability, unionizing and goofing off, or how to become a Native American tribe and open a casino in your garage or basement. It's the government's job to bail you out and give you the lifestyle you deserve. You shouldn't have to pay taxes. Someone else should. The Economic Recovery Group. Call today and we'll help your government help you.
At Lombank, we're with you every step of the way.
We sell your dreams.
We're not a soulless, monolithic institution.
We are, but we use nostalgic imagery.
It's walking into your dream home.
You can't really afford it. We'll lend you the money anyway.
It's kids graduating from college.
With pointless degrees riddled with debt.
It's happy picnics on the beach.
There's sewage in the water.
Family portraits with everyone dressed the same.
You look like twats.
Canoeing in the lake.
By the power station.
Catching fireflies in a jar.
And watching them die.
Cheering at high school football games.
The kids are giving each other brain damage.
These are the things our lives are made of.
Interest rates only 33.4%.
Lombank. We're the American bank that truly, more or less, cares
about profits.
This is Weasel News.
Gold prices spike as U.S. reserves take another hit.
In news that will please conservatives, many illegal immigrants say they are warning family back home to stay where they are. Life is now so tough in America, there's absolutely no reason to risk death coming here. One racist idiot was pleased by the news.
We had to ruin this country to make the illegals leave, but it was worth it.
Hi there!
Why invest in currency, stocks, or real estate? They aren't tangible assets. When the market crashes, you're left with nothing. Invest in something real. Get in on the next boom now with Floyd's Scrap Metal Emporium. Strip mining's been popular with companies. Now you can take strip mining urban as we strip mine a church or empty condo. It's the next economy that junkies discovered. Now you can cash in on it. Gut your plumbing. Melt down your knives and forks for cash. Take apart old electronics. Dissect batteries yourself and take out the lead. These days, buyers are paying top dollar for metal. Melt down your kid's tricycle or your aging mother's wheelchair and turn it into cold, hard cash. She's gonna be dead soon anyway. Quit pushing her around. We'll see ya at Floyd's Scrap Metal Emporium.
What happens when rich American tech billionaires think they're rocket scientists? Race to Pluto, the amateur space race reality show. Who will get into orbit first? Who will burn up on re-entry? And which rich asshole will prove beyond all reasonable doubt they're the biggest dick in the galaxy? Race to Pluto, only on CNT.
This is Weasel News.
A local man becomes aggressive and then passive in an email. Electronic communication is causing rising levels of both passive and aggressive behavior, say experts, saying many people express the behaviors at the same time. Psychiatrists are worried that the internet and smartphones are creating a civilization that can't focus on anything, does nothing but whine, and is desperate for attention. Every day, millions of Americans seek meaning in a smartphone, only to stare into an unblinking void.
Your life is lived online. Everything you do is electronic, and that information is being shared with law enforcement, according to a recent leak. Wiz Wireless is under fire for offering to hand over calling records and text messages to the government. The feds say that privacy concerns, search warrants, and probable cause are relics of a bygone age.
Weasel News, confirming your prejudices. Weasel News.
Wildfire season is here. Are you prepared?
The San Andreas legislature passes a transgender bathroom law.
Wildfire season is here. The season runs from January 1st to December 31st. The current fire risk is high. Officials ask residents not to flush the toilet, as the water will be in high demand. Others question why anyone would live here, considering the place is constantly on fire, shaking apart in an earthquake, sliding downhill in a mudslide, or bakingly hot.
Justice News.
The San Andreas State Legislature has passed a transgender bathroom law. At the urging of the singing group Shemale Bop, a contestant on the talent show Fame or Shame, lawmakers say that restricting bathrooms shows favoritism. Once the law goes into effect, you can use any bathroom you like. Several politicians expressed excitement at being able to use the women's room.
That was Weasel News.
When my grandfather got sick, it was the only thing that got him through the day. I know it was illegal, but it really helped.
There's a wonder drug that can take the place of food, make the coward brave, the silent eloquent, and render the sufferer insensitive to pain. 500,000 citizens are arrested each year for simple possession. During the next election, end the prohibition, vote yes on Proposition 208, and legalize medical cocaine. The pharmaceutical industry is at it again. They don't want you to vote yes on Proposition 208 and legalize medical cocaine. For millions of Americans, it's the medicine that helps them get through the day. A God-given plant strained through gasoline in the jungle by a man with missing teeth. Vote yes on Proposition 208 and legalize medical cocaine.
I used to enjoy lighting up a bowl of black tar heroin at work, but with today's climate, you can't smoke anywhere. That's why I got the Electrotope electronic pipe. You hear that? It sounds like I'm freebasing smoking a pipe, but it's electronic. Looks like a bass pipe, feels like one, tastes like one, and most of all, it feels real. That's because the real chemicals you enjoy are being delivered by harmless water vapor. It uses highly sophisticated micro-automation technology to make the consuming of hard drugs healthy, discreet, and pleasurable, and it's completely safe. Pick from many different cartridges and flavors. Peanut butter flavored meth, cheesecake cocaine, bubblegum flavored heroin, just to name a few. Finally, there's a safe and discreet way of blazing a bowl.
Visit electrotokesystem.com today.
The future is now. The future is in the cloud. Cloud computing.
What's cloud computing?
Imagine a computer you share with everyone. Imagine your private data spread around the world, being shared equally with everyone. It's the cloud.
I'm in the cloud.
It's utopia. Nothing can possibly go wrong. Imagine instead of your own computer, it's a giant one we all share together. Your data is safe. It's in the cloud.
Everyone's in the cloud.
Live life surrounded by the mists of time with cumulonimbus computing. The cloud is hard to describe. You can't see when you're in it, and when you get close, it disappears.
Where'd the cloud go?
Now, when your data is damaged, you don't need to fire the IT department. You can fire the internet.
You're fired, Internet.
We've taken the metaphor to extremes because when you're in the cloud, lightning won't strike. It's cumulonimbus computing.
I'm really in the clouds.
You're in the clouds now. Weasel News.
The State Department says leak about leak is a lie. State Department officials were scrambling yesterday to deny the veracity of a leaked report about nuclear waste spillages across our ocean floors. Sheila Hall is live.
I'm at the scene. Let's hear what State Department spokesman Jim Donovan had to say.
These are the kind of malicious lies and rumors that stop people from respecting their government. They are typical of the internet, which is why we are thinking of shutting it down. I mean, does anyone think it's credible that the government would lie to them about something serious? Of course nuclear power is safe, nearly as safe as oil, which is why these are the fuels we subsidize. As if nuclear waste could possibly have slipped off the deck of a tanker in a storm. The idea is ludicrous.
A local woman found love from government spying. Jeanette Adams says she is so glad the government has been collecting phone records and reading citizens' email and text messages. If it hadn't been for that, she might still be single. FIB agent Kenny Bryan contacted her out of the blue after reading her private email and postings on Life Invader. The couple are now engaged. Officials point to these kinds of heartwarming stories in defense of the much-publicized surveillance program.
You might be surprised to find out that pictures of every room in your home are now online thanks to the iFind Street Maps project. CEO Trip Hammer says teams were sent from street to street using sophisticated cameras to take pictures of the inside of people's homes. In cases where images could not be obtained, iFind teams would enter the homes when residents weren't around in order not to inconvenience them.
Weasel News, confirming your prejudices.
Hi, I'm Jock Cranley, former Vinewood stuntman, actor, and now highly qualified candidate for governor. I hate immigrants, gays, the crippled. God, I really hate the crippled. I can't stand unions, cops, old ladies. The thing is, at least you know I'm a dick. Most people fall in love with a politician, and as soon as they are elected, they say, wow, this guy's an asshole. With me, you know from the beginning, I want to be your asshole. I used to be a stuntman and TV actor. I cannot understand policy at all. I need to reduce things to a really basic level. I'm perfect for higher office. Listen, the state of San Andreas is in big trouble. We've cared about people for far too long. I'm not extending a helping hand. I'm giving you all the finger. I will throttle the deficit just like I used to throttle bad guys. Vote for me, Jock Cranley.
This message paid for by Jock Cranley for governor.
Why tithe 10% of your income to invisible people? It's just not logical. If you elect me, Jock Cranley, as your governor, I'll make sure your money doesn't go to things like water or health care for people that don't deserve it. During my time at the top of the box office, I sunk as low as a man can sink. Drugs, multiple women, real sense of entitlement. So I know how to manipulate our economy. I was a real action hero, and using those skills, I can tackle any municipal budget. Listen, I've base jumped off skyscrapers. Trust me, I understand the intricacies of city planning. My opponent, Sue Murray, is a know-it-all shrew who actually thinks helping people is the best way to help people. Vote for me, Jock Cranley, and help yourselves.
This message paid for by Jock Cranley for governor.